Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the very first time, please do not forget to subscribe because every day we upload new videos, new lessons, new things. Mathematics was meant not to be read, it was meant to be solved. Let's solve mathematics together. Where not clear, please do not forget to ask in the comment box there and we'll be able to clarify for you. Enjoy the lesson. On the board, we have a question from a topic called quadratic functions. It says the diagram below shows the sketch of the graph of y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 8. Find coordinates of A, coordinates of B and C, coordinates of the turning point. For a question like this one, it's very important that you master and follow how the graph is. You have to be very vigilant of how this graph is. Like in this case, we have for A, we have to find the coordinates of A. To find the coordinates of A, consider the position of the point A on the graph. The point A is on the y-axis and the graph is cutting the y-axis at that point. One thing for a fact is that x is equal to 0 throughout the y-axis, meaning even at this point, x is equal to 0. You already have this function. X is equal to 0 at that point. Then y is equal to x squared. Remember, x is equal to 0. So 0 squared minus 6 times 0 plus 8. This will give you 0. That will still be 0, then plus 8. And in this case, y is going to just be equal to 8. Y is equal to 8. X is equal to 0. The coordinate comes out as x comma y. So 0 comma 8. That's our first answer, and it's as simple as that. We can go to B. For B, we are finding the coordinates of B and C. We have a B and a C. Both point B and point C are on the x-axis. On the x-axis there, the value of y must be equal to 0 throughout, meaning x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 at this point. Y is also equal to 0 at the other point. If y is equal to 0 at 2 points, then this function is equal to 0. The function x squared minus 6x plus 8 is going to be equal to 0 because on the x-axis, y is equal to 0. From there, identify A, identify B, identify C. A is the coefficient of x squared, or the number in front of x squared. In this case, it's 1. B is the coefficient of x to the power 1. In this case, it's negative 6. C is the constant or the number without x. In this case, it's 8. From there, we can now employ the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Identification of this is very important. Equally, substitution into the quadratic formula is of great importance also. So then we have to substitute at this point. To do the substitution at this point, we have x is equal to negative b, it's this negative 6. So there's a negative which is coming from the formula, then open brackets negative 6 plus or minus root b squared. Our b is negative, so we write it in brackets. Negative 6 to the power 2 minus 4 times 1 times 8 over 2 times 1 because a is equal to 1. Then from there, do the possible multiplications. We're going to have x is equal to negative times negative positive 6 plus or minus. I will explain the meaning of this. Then root negative 6 to the power 2 does not mean negative 6 times 2. It means the negative 6 is multiplying by itself how many times? 2 times, because of the power 2. So negative 6 times negative 6 is going to be a positive 36. That is 36. Then negative 4 times 1 times 8 is negative 32 over 2. Work out what is in the root. 36 minus 32 is equal to 4. X is equal to 6 plus or minus root 4 over 2. Why do we have plus or minus there? It means that the square root of any number coming out of that root is going to be a positive or can also be a negative number. Hence we have plus or minus, meaning we have to work out two answers using respective mathematical operations. So we have x is equal to 6 plus, what is the square root of 4? It's 2. Then over 2. Then there is also x is equal to 6 minus 2 over 2. 6 is this one, plus is this one, minus is this one. 2 is coming from the square root of 4. Then from there we proceed. We have 8 over 2, which will give us 4. That is 2 there, 1. 2 there, 4. From there we have 4 over 2, which will give us 2. That is 2 there, 1. 2 there, 2. These are the values of x. Now, come back to the graph, because here on the graph, there is a point that is so close to the origin. Then there is also this point which is much further away from the origin, meaning a greater value of x is supposed to be here, then a smaller value of x is supposed to be here. The two values of x that we have in this case are 4 and 2. At point B, we cannot have a 4 and have a 2 at point C, because B is closer to the origin while C is much further away from the origin. So to write the coordinates, we can now say B, x at B should be a smaller 2, 2, 0. Then at at C we are going to have 4, 0. So these are the coordinates. 0 is coming from the fact that y is equal to 0 throughout the x-axis. From there we can go to the last question, which is question C. For question C, there are two methods of finding the coordinates of the turning point. So I'll actually try to use both methods, then you'll be able to pick the one that you are very comfortable with. So I'll say method 1. Method 1. Method 1 is the calculus method, where we consider the fact that at the turning point, the gradient is supposed to be equal to 0. So we use this function to find the gradient function and then substitute into that after equating it to 0. This is x. Y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 8. Differentiate this one using calculus. dy dx is equal to 2x when you differentiate that, minus, when you differentiate 6x, what you get? You get 6. This is a constant, so it will just be a 0. This is our gradient function. Then at the turning point, the gradient is equal to 0. So even the gradient function is equal to 0. Then collect the like terms. You are going to have 2x is equal to 0 plus 6. That is just a 6 over 2 over 2. This will go with that. Therefore, x is going to be equal to 3. At the turning point, our x is 3. Now, we have to find y. So if x is equal to 3 using the gradient function, then this function is the one that we have used to plot this. So it means it also passes along. So at a point where x is equal to 3, then what is the value of y? Substitute into that one. You say y is equal to, x is 3. 3 to the power 2 minus 6 times 3 plus 8. From there, 3 to the power 2 means 3 times 3, which is going to give you 9. So you have 9 minus 18 plus 8. Negative 18 plus 8 will give you 10, so you have 9 minus 10. This is going to result into negative 1. At the turning point, turning point is going to have 3, negative 1. This is the first method we can use. Then I want to also employ method 2. Method 2. Method 2 is the formula method, which is the quadratic formula method. We just say negative b over 2a is our x. We say x is equal to negative b over 2a. X is equal to negative b over 2a. Then x is going to be equal to negative b. B is negative 6, so there are two negatives. Negative, which is coming from there, and then negative 6 over 2 times 1, because a is equal to 1. Then from there you have x is equal to 6 over 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2 there, 1. 2 there, 3. Therefore, x is equal to 3. This is beautiful. We can see the same x is also coming out as a 3. The more reason why we say mathematics is objective. It has to be giving common answers. Not today it's 3, tomorrow it's negative 3. This method is 1, the other method is 14. No, it has to be coming out objectively like that. No arguments about it. It's not subjective. Then we have y is equal to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. That is the formula we use to find the value of y. So you substitute y. Please let me just try and demarcate. Y is equal to 4 times 1 times 8, then minus our b is negative 6 to the power 2. Like that, then over 4 times 1. When that is done, you multiply, this will give you a 32. This will give you a 32. Okay, 32. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 8, 32. Have y is, you have 32 minus 16. Negative 6 to the power 2 means 36. But it will come with a negative because of this negative. So minus 36, then over 4. From there, I'm sure you are able to see the answer. 32 minus 36 is negative 4 over 4. 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 4, 1. This brings us to negative 1. Is this negative 1 different from this negative 1 which we have here? No, it's not. This marks the end of the lesson. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you'll be notified every time we upload a video. More of this is expected to come because we'll be uploading videos every day, even in 2 videos in a day, because of the love of mathematics. So stand with us and you'll never regret. Thank you very much for having watched our video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Share the videos with whoever is interested in mathematics. Mathematics must be shared. Everyone needs mathematics in life. Please be checking on this channel because every day we'll be posting new videos, new things, new lessons. Thank you very much once more.